Alright, what you got for me, bud? You gonna succumb to this cold? You ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it.
Don't feel bad when you
That just ain't gonna do it. And now, for my next trick. Yeah, that's that stun counter, baby. Let's be obnoxious. Yes. Yup, dude. Bring it back. Yes, sir. Easy. Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy. I'm back with another one here. Sorry it's been taking me a while to get these videos out. Life, man. But hugely appreciate it. This is Simic, baby. We're doing it. Simic's like one of my favorite color combinations. I think we have something pretty insane here. We're playing some really just like value-packed cards that wouldn't necessarily look like they work well together. But I swear to you, all of a sudden, you're swinging for like, you know, 16 damage out of nowhere, and you already hit him at least for 4 earlier in the game, right? So you're ending the game. It's crazy. Let's start at the 1-drop slot. Elusive Otter is a really cool card. I think this is the right deck for it because we are sort of stunning things and we are tapping a lot of things down, which I'll get into. The only 3-drop card we have is Succumb to Cold. It was the last card I added, but it actually is a game winner and a very fun, very awesomely perfect card for this, right? The other card, too, is Winterthorn Blessing, which is a flashback card, so I'll sort of get into that. And, of course, this is a Lier deck at the end of the day. So we're doing a lot of cool things. But let's get back to this. This can just put a bunch of counters on all of our dudes. We are running the Ozolith, right? We're going to get huge out of nowhere. And it's also just a creature that says power less than it cannot block. So because we do have some ways of tapping things down, right, we can be pretty selective. Unless they're going super wide, we can almost ensure that this is going to grow huge. And it does have prowess on it, just sort of as a plus, which is pretty nice with things like Winterthorn Blessing, which we can cast twice in a turn and gain, you know, huge momentum tapping 2 things down. They're not going to untap during their untap step. It's not quite a stun counter, but it works in the same way. So we have Rootcoil Creeper in here just to, right, it synergizes with our flashback with that very last part of its ability. But of course it's just a ramping 2/2 creature, which is pretty nice. You could go with the Poison Dart Frog in here. I went with 1 just because it's so dang cute. And you can give it Death Touch for 2, which is pretty cool. It does, you know, that can be very relevant when there's a huge, like, vanilla creature. They're like, oh, shoot, if I swing, I die to this stupid frog, right? So, we have an Atraxa's Fall in here, just a way of removing artifacts, battle enchantments, and creatures with flying for only 2 mana, which we can cast again with Lier, right? Malcolm, our premier 2-drop. I know I didn't even finish the 1-drops, but here we go. This is just so good. We're going to be flashing this in on turn 2, hopefully. We're going to be fixing our cards, right? Pitching any flashback cards that we don't want into the bin because we know we can take advantage of them at least at a pretty opportune time, at least one more time, right? And then of course you have the option if it does get 4, if it's left completely unattended, it'll just end the game if you ever get to the 4 chorus counter thing. But it's just a flying creature, which is amazing, with 2 damage in the air, which is really good. This is 3 stun counters. This is basically neutralizing something for so long that you're going to win the game by that time. And it scries too for 2 mana. This is really good stuff. And you can cast it again with Lier, which is really good. Of course, Memory Deluge is in here in the 4-drop slot to help fix our hand, help us find our Liers, help us find our Tortoise if we haven't found it. Maybe a Tamiyo, for example. Consuming Blob wins us the game, and we make the decision to pitch the Lier because we don't really have too many instants and sorceries in the bin that we really want to cast because a lot of them have flashback. Well, not a lot of them, but at least the really good ones, right? So that was kind of this decision we made at that time. Fading Hope is premier 1-drop. Can just win you the game. It gains a lot of momentum. It's really, really good. The scrying is really, really good. Otherworldly Gaze obviously fits so good with our flashback cards. You want to keep this in here too. Oh, sorry about that. Cenote Scout versus Spelunker is an interesting discussion. This is really dang good though because late in the game it acts as a huge sort of win con, especially with our Ozolith because these are basically 3 instances of putting counters, doubling up on 3 instances, so basically just hugely maximizing our profits, right? Which is unbelievable. And it just works really good. We're ramping. Our Tortoise is bringing back, you know, it just enters the battlefield, triggers at least, gets us some mana tapped onto the battlefield, bringing us to 5 so we can at least cast these cards, right? We don't really need too much sauce because all of a sudden our Malcolm is going to win us the game, or a huge Jadelight Spelunker is going to win us the game, or an Evasive Otter is going to win us the game. Rootcoil and Dart Frog are really good together. I like it quite a bit, and we just have a nice little package. Tapping stuff down is really, really good. Now, there are some weaknesses to this deck, which I'll go over. Sorry about my chair. Jeez, man. But if they go really, really wide, that's really tough. We can become pretty vulnerable to just like a board wipe, right? There's tons of board wipes going around in this meta, so it's not really the type of deck that wants that to happen. We obviously can cast things back from our graveyard, but what really hurts us, which I'll get to, is Sunfall, the exiling part, and of course the graveyard hate cards, which are everywhere, including Lord Skitter and that 2-drop in Orzhov, which is, I believe, is a human that just exiles a graveyard. Things like that just shut us down completely. By the way, Tamiyo is another way of tapping things down and our one source of graveyard recursion. So basically acting as another copy of Lier if Lier ends up in the bin, right? Which can happen with like our Blossoming Tortoise triggers, things like that. So we end up finding everything we need really easily. I think the list I have is really consistent, and the Tortoise is obviously an all-star. You could probably somehow fit another copy of the Tortoise in, and then that way you can ensure that you're swinging in with your Restless Vinestalks, right? Sorry, my head's probably covering this. I just realized this is the Simic land. It becomes a 5/5 for activating it for 5 mana with Trample. It also has an ability when it attacks, it turns one of your other creatures into a base 3/3, which works really, really good with our dudes that have counters on them, for example, right? Because then all of a sudden they're already bigger. That actually wins us a game in one of the videos today. So we have 2 awesome, really cool games that show off the power of the deck. I just played them back to back and won straight away as soon as I finalize the list, so it was easy to make the video today, and that was cool. And I will be definitely trying to keep up the pace. I don't want to keep making promises. I love you guys, though. I actually have a little bit of something different coming out today because I did try a new game, so I hope you guys aren't so mad about that. But Magic is always going to be my priority, so much love, you guys. Good luck on the arena, and I will see you in the video. Okay, my friends, pretty good hand. I like it quite a bit. We got Malcolm. We could show off the Otter, perhaps, this game. It should be pretty fun. Ooh. Thanks for checking it out, guys. I know I keep saying, like, oh, gosh, I'll get back to 2 a day, and then I keep missing days. Life has been so unpredictable, and to be honest, it's a lot harder. We'll flash this out, right? That's the power of it. Sort of force them to do something on their turn. Or overcommit here. I doubted they had a counter, but... And even if they get countered, then we would be good because we'd have another one. So I guess I could have probably played into that, perhaps baited it, but we'll be fine. And yeah, you know, gosh, just, you know, when you're tired at the end of like unexpected things, at the end of the day, sometimes, you know, it does take me a little while to actually kind of create these decks now, because I've expended all the accessible, easier ones that I've sort of just like immediately thought of. Now I have to really kind of delve into the into the large card pool we have to try to make some. It's not hard at all, but let's go ahead and explore twice. This is excellent. Okay, let's see what we get. Ooh, do we want that? Yeah. So we have 4 mana, which is really good, because then we can drop the Tortoise and start going to town with that. So we didn't necessarily need the mana, and I think making this guy a 3/3 is great against this 2/2. So that's the flexibility of our Jadelight, baby. But it does get removed. So they do have some get loss. Okay, good to know. Sort of forced them to do that turn, though, which is pretty good. I think this is a safe turn to Tortoise. Probably is a safe turn to Tortoise. We could do this. Let's actually do this. We will flash out the Malcolm. What's really good, the fact that they're using get losses, right? These map tokens synergize pretty good with our deck. That does actually happen a fair bit. Yeah. I think it's better to block considering they're going to get bigger each turn. I think that's probably the move. Okay. So we can show off the power of... No, it's probably best to just Tortoise. Okay, cool. Now we're cooking, right? We're starting to put some of these flashback cards in our deck. So that's what's really, really good, too. We don't have to lean so far into that. And we do have, of course, 2 Memory Deluges and 2 Liers. So within those 4 cards, we should be able to find our Lier. Considering 2 of them are Lier itself. Oh, what do you know? That was a terrible way of explaining that. Let's go ahead and do this. We're going to do this for 3. so that we can keep up a Fading Hope. I guess if it's make disappear counters, that feels bad. I guess it's okay though. Make disappear is pretty common since it's all spell types, right? Pretty good in the early game if you have any sort of creatures. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Urtaz Scorn, baby. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so this is just crazy. Perfect. We get the land off the top. Now we get another land. Woo! Oh, and put our memory and our Otherworld. So this is just, it's Surveil 3, which is actually a lot better than it looks, and it just facilitates our flash synergy even more, right? Okay, so they're gonna go ahead and try to exile this and gain some life, and we're gonna be like, nah, bro. Nah, bro. Good try, bro. Yup. I think that's better. And perhaps removing the token they're going to make next turn. Because now we just keep going to town. As long as we can keep going to town here. Okay, we got to land in there. Perfect. We could obviously make our turtle huge with our boy. So I don't think we necessarily want to do it. Let's do this. Okay. I don't want that because we're going to bring that back with the turtle, which is going to be fine. It's going to come and tap anyway. Okay. I think all of these go bye-bye, and we look for our Lier, right? Okay. I'm kind of taking a while, sorry. Just the power of this deck. So many options. Just keep it there. It's a pretty decent card. If they remove the turtle, we just lay the otter. Of course, Memory Deluge. It's probably what we're going to do. So we have 8 mana, so yeah, we can play the Otter and Memory Deluge. Beautiful stuff, folks. You'll love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Wandering Shmemperor. Sheesh. Okay. Easy. We can deal with that. No problem. They probably just block with it? No, they don't. It's got Vigi. They want it to get bigger. It's their win con. So this we can, Oh yeah. We're going to town, baby. Look, the Ozolith is going to town now, dude. We are town going. I really want to get the... No, we just want to... No. Let's do this again. Since it's basically 2 counters. Alright, we swing here. If they do anything weird, we have a Succumb to Cold. And then next turn, we ball out. It's gonna be crazy, man. Dude, I keep slipping, dude. Gravity's extra strong today. Oh my goodness. Coca-Cola, man. Now that is some good, refreshing ale. Whoa, look, we're against ale. What do you know? Alright, what do you got for me, bud? You gonna succumb to this cold? You ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it. That just ain't gonna do it. And now, for my next trick. Yeah, that's that stun counter, baby. Alright, so now we got, let's see, 3, 5. Right? No. Let's do it. Let's be obnoxious. Yes. Yup, dude. Bring it back. Yes, sir. Easy. Wow, so that feels good. Let's get into another one. What's good? Game 2. Let's go. Firing it out. We got the Cenote Scout. Cenote. Cool. We had 2 mana. We just got our 3rd. That's exactly what I wanted, baby. We will lay the untapped. Now we can show off Rootcoil. If it gets removed, it gets removed. Boom! I guess I probably could have led with Ozolith, but they're going to have more removal regardless. Okay, so we got the Malcolm. Well, then I think this is the Ozolith turn, right? Can't remove that. Okay. No interaction on the enchantments from the mono black so far here. Liliana of the Veil, beautiful, you love to see it. Okay, we will discard our flashback, boys. Having just like a decent density of flashback and graveyard, you know, cards you can take advantage of when they hit the graveyard in pretty much almost any deck is pretty good, honestly. So let's do this, because then Cenote. Ooh, yeah. Alright, nice little 33 for 1 mana. Beautiful, thank you, Ozolith. You love to see it. You know what I mean, you know what I mean, baby. You know what I mean, this deck, baby. This is that deck, baby. Bro, that's annoying. So, they're going to +1 if we don't flash out Malcolm. If we flash out Malcolm, we can bait the -2, but we don't really want to do that. That's for surezies. Especially that we can probably take her out regardless if she's at 5 here, I think. No. Do we discard the Malcolm? I think we have to discard the Blob, right? No, the Blob can represent a lot against mono black, can it? Let's get rid of the Lier. Yep. Flash this out. Yep. I'm certain. It's alright, because we don't really have any instance that we can't already cast, right? We can already cast this. We can obviously cast it now, but the power of the Blob. Let's just go ahead. What? Now Liliana's -2 is irrelevant, because we have this extra boy. If they use... Okay. I don't want to say irrelevant. Well, guess we gotta get rid of that. I guess that is the case. Okay, -2. Alright, I think we made the right decision with the Blob over the Lier here.
Off you go.
Okay. Ooh, I guess I should have laid that. Well, no, because they would have minused. Wait, so what can this do? Oh yeah, you can just straight up put a counter. Forgot about that. But I think this is better, right? But this is also what we can do. Aha! So we can do both! Beautiful! Yeah. This is so gambly. It's so gambly, but the fact that I get an extra creature, and the fact that I can make it at least do 2 damage here. Okay. Because their +1 doesn't matter. They're not even going to want to. Okay, so we're being damage efficient here. We can also do this. Can we do both? No, so we have 5, 6, 7. We can. Wait, no. No, because then it can't swing. But what I just realized. Okay, so this swings here because it freaking has trample. And this goes here too, yeah. Now this becomes a 3/3. Sorry, you know me. Sometimes I gotta make sure I'm not being a goofball. Okay, cool. So they trade for the token. Our boys are getting big. We took advantage of that. Let's not even lay this. And then we just have another blob. And we can continuously make the blobs bigger that we get. I'm feeling like a hot boy. Damn. That'll also do it though. So they didn't activate it. Oh, 8 or more cards in their graveyard. That's right. I was like, what's the condition? Okay. Beautiful. Now we lay this. It's over, dude! Got him. So the deck's good. Like, we have some options. Oh, look, we gained 1%. I was goofing around a little bit, trying some things again. So I lost like 5 straight while testing. But I totally changed things and went with this counter route. And I think we have a perfect little density there. Of course, we have a lot of 2-drops. But you sort of need to ensure that you have a lot of interaction with these kind of decks. We just have so many ways of tapping things down. And usually can win in like 1 or 2 big swings out of nowhere, which is pretty interesting considering the way the deck looks. The Tortoise is amazing, Lier's amazing, they work very well together, and the flashback cards that we have work well together. Of course, this is sort of an Ozolith deck too, so it's a lot of fun. I hope you found some enjoyment from this. Try the list. I think it's, there's a lot of different ways you can do this, so if you have any cool rares that might work, I'm sure there's better ways. But hope it inspired you a little bit, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you, and I love you.